All rise. Cocke County Legislative Body is now in session. Chairman Rick Baxter presiding. Mayor Rob Mathis present.
Thank you. Mr. Smith, please, would you have the prayer?
Lord, we thank you for this day, dear God. We thank you for your many blessings. We ask you to look over us, dear Father, and lead and guide us, and everything we say and do will be for the betterment of the people of the county, and to be glory to you. We thank you for your son, Jesus, that died for us. In his name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Mr. Kent, would you lead us, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome each and every one of you to the Cocke County CLB meeting. Today is December 15th, 2025. Just like to welcome each one of you here. With that being said, we will do roll call.
Andy Ford.
Here.
Bill Miller.
Here.
Gayla Blazer. Here. Jason McMahon. Norman Smith.
Here.
Tracy Stepp. Jonathan Templin.
Here.
Karen Chambers. Here. Dan Bright.
Here.
Wilma Ball. Here. Rick Vassar.
Yes.
David Verdall.
Here.
Tim Lehman.
Here.
Billy Hudson.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. 12-2 absent.
We'll need a motion to accept the minutes from the last meeting, please. Mr. Hudson, do I have a second? Ms. Blazer, all in favor say aye, please. Aye. Any nays? That motion approved. Okay. Notaries. J. Nicole Wiley, Amanda Forrester. Those, we have Nicole Wiley is new, Amanda Forrester is a renew. Do we have a motion to accept? Mr. Miller, Mr. Lehman, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any nays? Okay, those are approved. In the matter of any comment reports, in the first is Ms. Heather with our budget. Welcome, Heather.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, the Budget Committee recommends the approval of the tax transfers, amendments, and waives the reading of the same for the county.
Any questions? Do I have a motion to approve? Mr. Hudson, Mr. Miller, we need a roll call, please.
Andy Ford.
Yes.
Bill Miller.
Yes.
Gayla Blazer.
Yes.
Jason McMahon. Norman Smith.
Yes.
Tracy Stepp. Jonathan Templin.
Yes.
Karen Chambers. Yes. Dan Bright.
Yes.
Wilma Ball.
Yes.
Rick Vassar.
Yes.
David Verdall.
Yes.
Tim Lehman.
Here.
Billy Hudson.
Yes, ma'am.
12-2 absent, sir.
Mr. Chairman, the Budget Committee recommends the approval of the tax transfers, amendments, and waives the reading of the same for the school system.
Any questions? Do I have a motion to accept? Mr. Miller, Mr. Hudson, roll call, please.
Andy Ford.
Yes.
Bill Miller.
Yes.
Gayla Blazer.
Yes.
Jason McMahon. Norman Smith.
Yes.
Tracy Stepp. Jonathan Templin.
Yes.
Karen Chambers.
Yes.
Dan Bright.
Yes.
Wilma Ball.
Yes.
Rick Vassar.
Yes.
David Verdall.
Yes.
Tim Lehman.
Yes.
Billy Hudson.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
12-2, sir.
Mr. Chairman, the Budget Committee recommends the approval to purchase body cams with SRO funding.
Any questions for Heather on that? Do I have a motion to accept? Mr. Hudson, Mr. Lehman, roll call, please.
Andy Ford.
Yes.
Bill Miller.
Yes.
Gayla Blazer.
Yes.
Jason McMahon. Norman Smith.
Yes.
Tracy Stepp. Jonathan Templin.
Yes.
Karen Chambers.
Yes.
Dan Bright.
Yes.
Wilma Ball.
Yes.
Rick Vassar.
Yes.
David Verdall.
Yes.
Tim Lehman. Billy Hudson.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. 12-2, sir.
Mr. Chairman, the Budget Committee recommends the sale of the attached Sheriff's Department surplus vehicles.
Any questions? Do I have a motion to accept? Mr. Miller, second, please. Mr. Hudson, roll call, please. Excuse me.
Andy Ford.
Yes.
Bill Miller.
Yes.
Gayla Blazer.
Yes.
Jason McMahon. Norman Smith.
Yes.
Tracy Stepp. Jonathan Templin.
Yes.
Karen Chambers.
Yes.
Dan Bright.
Yes.
Wilma Ball.
Yes.
Rick Vassar,
Yes.
David Verdahl,
Yes.
Tim Lehman,
Yes.
Billy Hudson.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. 12 and 2.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, the Budget Committee made a recommendation to give the IDB/partnership permission to market the 411 property to developers to generate good sales tax revenue for the county.
Any questions? Mr. Hudson? Okay, Mr. Hudson made the motion, second please. Mr. Miller? Roll call, please.
Andy Ford,
Yes.
Bill Miller,
Yes.
Gayla Blazer,
Yes.
Jason McMahon, Norman Smith,
Yes.
Tracy Stepp, Jonathan Templin,
Yes.
Karen Chambers,
Yes.
Dan Bright,
Yes.
Wilma Vaughn,
Yes.
Rick Vassar,
Yes.
David Verdahl,
Yes.
Tim Lehman,
Yes.
Billy Hudson.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. 12 and 2, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, that's all.
Thank you, Heather. Next on the agenda, would any reports from the sanitation, please? Mr. Templin?
Mr. Chairman, at last month's landfill sanitation meeting, we had a company approach us called Limitless Solutions. And they purchased property adjacent to the landfill at the old Unified Marine Building. What they proposed is to enter into a public-private partnership with the county for processing of our landfill waste. The biggest benefit of this is it'll greatly reduce the volume taken up in the landfill by having this process. I don't have any further details or numbers to present right now, but I did advise them to speak with their attorney about drawing up a contract to present the CLB and have the county attorney look over. So I've not heard anything from them so far, but I hope to have more on this next month.
Okay, so you'll have that in another sanitation meeting.
Yes.
You'll get the information together. Any questions for Mr. Templin?
Is it an incinerator? Is that what?
No grinders.
Okay.
No grinders, not machine.
Any more questions? Okay, thank you, Mr. Templin. Next, do we have anything from the general committee? Mr. Templin, welcome.
We had our first meeting of the new members of the general committee last month to elect officers for the coming year and to address one small order of business. Unfortunately, we did not have a quorum at last month's meeting. I would like to schedule another meeting of the general committee in January, in the beginning of the new year, so that we may at least elect officers for the coming year.
Okay. Any questions on the general committee? I would like to ask all members of this committee, if you would please try to set this aside and be present if you possibly could to elect new officers so that we can get our general committee up and if we have any issues. And thank you for that. Next night is public safety. We did have a public safety meeting on December the 11th. It was recommended by some of the members of the Cocke County CLB that we go over the surplus from the Cocke County Fire Department before it goes on auction to make it available to any volunteer fire departments, or we also voted to add the Newport Rescue Squad at the end of the list. Mr. Walt Cross addressed the Cocke County CLB, or excuse me, the Cocke County Public Safety. And Walt is the emergency responder, and they took care of all this and the rotation, and they voted to give the fire engine to Cosby. They were the ones that needed it the most and were up for this donation. So therefore, next go round, they will be falling to the back of the list. The next available surplus will go to the next one on the list, which I don't know who that is. We're letting the emergency management take care of the list, and so they approved it. So that's what's going to happen with our surplus, if that's okay. And if y'all have any questions, I'll try to answer. The other fire engine was not wanting, no one wanted to take it into their possession, so therefore it will go on the market for auction. Thank you all very much. Do we have anything from rafting?
We need to vote on that, don't we?
I'm sorry.
Do we need to vote on the fire truck, giving it to Cosby still, even though they decided to give it to Cosby?
Okay. Okay, let's go back and we'll go back to that, to the surplus of the volunteer fire department, to the fire departments. Ms. Blazer.
This is just a question, are they gonna write a policy of how they're gonna take care of that, or how is that? I know you're saying that we're gonna give it to the ERA for them to make the decisions. Are they gonna have a policy as how that works within their system?
I don't
Because
see.
I think we had asked about
Okay.
doing a policy for it.
Okay,
So
I wasn't
everybody
in the
knows.
meeting, however, I would like for Mr. Esway to stand up, and I would like to ask him, because you were in that meeting, Mr. Esway, to address, because you were there,
Yes,
and thank you.
a motion was made to devise a rotation system that kept things equitable and fair. This does not happen a lot, you know, we don't have an overabundance of broken down fire trucks that we need to play round robin with who's gonna get them. This is once every several year kind of thing, but it is important to have a policy because emergency management has things that we too will be surplusing here probably in the spring when it warms up a little bit. The minutes indicate that there was a motion, a second, and a unanimous vote on how we were going to do it, but no official policy has been written. So what I can do is I can take it to Chief Cross and Chief Shelton, who are the president and vice president of ERA, recommended at our next meeting. We write a policy on it and add it as an addendum to our bylaws that is kept in the safe in my office. Would that satisfy you, ma'am?
Yeah, I mean, I just want everybody to be on the same page as to
Agreed.
who's knowing what,
Yeah.
and that comes up.
Fine.
But ultimately, when it comes, I mean, the CLB has to vote on that stuff to let you all have the power to do that, is that correct? Okay, attorney, so I just for the CLB and whoever's sitting on the CLB, they'll know that policy and how that flows.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
Okay.
I'll get something written up and get the ERA to approve it.
And then maybe we could vote on, would we need to vote on that policy or whatever? Yeah.
Ms. Blazer, would you like to table this motion until maybe next
No,
month?
no,
Till
I'm
we can
just-
get it all together?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
As long as they'll bring it to us and we have that policy and procedure to follow.
Yes, ma'am, I'll take care of it.
Okay. Is that okay with you guys? So, do we need to go ahead and make a motion to vote on giving the fire truck?
Yes.
So do I have a motion to get Mr. Hudson, second, Mr. Ford? We'll do a roll call since that is property and.
Andy Ford,
Yes.
Bill Miller,
Yes.
Gayla Blazer,
Yes.
Jason McMahon, Norman Smith,
Yes.
Tracy Stapp, Jonathan Templin,
Yes.
Karen Chambers,
Yes.
Dan Bright,
Yes.
Wilma Ball,
Yes.
Rick Vassar,
Yes.
David Verdall,
Yes.
Tim Lehman,
Yes.
Billy Hudson.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Esway, for your input on this. Next thing on the agenda, anything from rafting?
Not at this time. We are gonna try to have a meeting maybe toward the end of January, 1st February.
Okay.
Get one lined up, get the new year kicked off.
Okay.
Yeah, I know,
A
right?
little bit cool to be rafting.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. In the matter of a report from the Cocke County Mayor, Mr. Mathis, welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a couple of quick items. The first, last month, the disaster-affected county mayors were invited to Washington DC for by Senators Hagerty and Blackburn to discuss the ongoing recovery efforts and how they can help. Had a great discussion with them, so we're hoping to see some positive results from that. Hopefully I'll have something to report to you next month as to what they're able to do for us and all the, as well as all the other counties that are affected. Some more good news to report is the contracts that y'all voted on for the sewer to go to the industrial park, or excuse me, the innovation park, as well as the package plant at Cosby School. Those have all been submitted to the state, and I just received confirmation about 30 minutes before today's meeting that we are in full compliance with the state. These projects are on pace, and everything's going well. I want to thank everybody. This was not an easy thing to do to get done so quickly. I want to thank the CLB, our county attorney, and the contractors and with the state, everybody that worked together to get that done. It was a very heavy lift, but we got it done, and everything is on pace to be complete on time. This concludes my report, Mr. Chairman.
Any questions for the mayor, guys?
Thank you all, and Merry Christmas.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you to the CLB for all your input. In the matter of a report from the Cocke County Attorney. Welcome, John.
Thank you. Good evening. I have one matter to talk to you about, something that came to me in within the last week. We have a solid waste transfer and disposal agreement. It was, it's dated December the 19th, 2022. It is with GFL Environmental. There's provision within the contract that allows us to continue this for 1-year terms. And we're up against the December 31 deadline. So we really need to extend it another year. So what I have, what I've prepared tonight is an amendment to this agreement, which does a couple of things. It extends the initial term 1 year. So if we had an initial 2-year term, we're going to extend it 1 more year. And we'll do it on a year-by-year basis. We have a couple more years that we can extend it if we wish under the current contract. But to amend it, to allow it to be extended 1 year. There's also, I have a thing about arbitration. And so there's an arbitration clause in the agreement. And I want to strike it. And so I have written in a provision to strike the arbitration clause and include a regular jurisdiction and venue clause. So if there's going to be, if there's a disagreement related to this agreement, then I want to be able to go to court and not fool with arbitration. As I've told you, I'm an arbitrator myself, and I never recommend it to my government clients, never ever. I just don't think it's a good process. You can always enter into mediation. You can always do that, whether it's in here or not. But I don't want to be subject to binding arbitration. I'd rather take my chances with a local chancellor or circuit judge, someone who may live among us than I would an arbitrator. So those are provisions that I have amended. We want to extend it for 1 year. So we'll probably need to have a motion to suspend the rules, to add it to the agenda, and if that's approved, then vote on it tonight.
So this contract is up on December 31?
It is.
Okay.
And I have all of that, and it's all attached to my amendment.
You all have any questions for John?
I move we suspend the rules
I'll
and
second.
add it to tonight's
Okay.
agenda.
Okay. Mr. Smith made a motion to suspend the rules. Ms. Placer seconded. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any nays? Okay. I'd just like to say one thing about this. I'm not being a businessman for several years, I'm not in full agreement with waiting until the last minute on such a decision. I want to apologize for that, but I would like for somebody to be, maybe the sanitation department could keep up with the dates, or someone could keep up to the dates out of the mayor's office or somewhere, to keep the CLB informed of when such a large contract is due. That's the only thing that I would ask. So therefore, the rules are suspended.
Now we need a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move we accept the amended contract that the lawyer put forward.
Okay, thank you, Norman. Mr. Smith made a motion. Second. Mr. Hudson. We'll do a roll call on that.
Andy Ford,
Yes.
Bill Miller,
Yes.
Gayla Blazer,
Yes.
Jason McMahon, Norman Smith,
Yes.
Tracy Stepp, Jonathan Templin,
Yes.
Karen Chambers,
Yes.
Dan Bright,
Yes.
Wilma Ball,
Yes.
Rick Vassar,
Yes.
David Verdall,
Yes.
Tim Lehman,
Yes.
Billy Hudson.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. 12 and 2, sir.
Pass.
Thank you all. Let me just say one more thing about you're kind of alluding to a tickler system. You know, for significant dates and all that come up. And that's one of the reasons that I really don't like to put automatic renewal provisions in a contract, is because we lose track. I mean, we're human and we lose track. If you have changes in offices, changes in employees, is it on their computer? Is it on their list, in their desk? Where's the date? And so there's an idea there. Maybe I need to flesh that out and come up with something that we can apply in every governmental jurisdiction of the state. So anyhow, but it's very common. And it's something that we can all, you know, do a better job of with every entity in the state of Tennessee. It's all the same.
Great. Any questions for John?
Is everything going all right with GFL? Is it?
It is, and one reason why to renew instead of to put it back out to bid is right now the increases in the costs are tied to the consumer price index. I believe to that or the rate of inflation, I believe it's a CPI. And if we were to put that back out to bid, we'd see probably significant increases in what our tonnage fee would be especially. So this is still a very good deal for us.
And just for the record, I'd like to say that I'm not dissatisfied with GFL in any form or fashion. I think everything is going good. I just didn't want to wait till the last minute on it. And so thank you guys. In the matter of a report from any Cocke County Commissioners.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I would like to ask that we do a public safety meeting as soon as possible concerning the priority ambulance building, and have that discussion at that point in time. And also, there was a lady contacted me about some bins that she was concerned, I guess there's some company that says county line disposal or whatever. Anyway, she was contacting me, I think, thinking that it was the county, and she's asked to speak at the Public Safety Committee meeting as well concerning bears and things like that. She's wanting to try and have people do, but I requested a emergency meeting with the chairman.
Yes, you did. And I got that.
It's not been answered yet, so I'm asking, when are we gonna have them?
Okay, could you get that set up for me, please, as soon as possible? Set up a public safety meeting for probably be impossible to do before Christmas, but maybe after January.
After New Year's.
You'll have to check on the availability. We got to put it in the paper and all that.
Yeah.
Okay. Is
Yes.
that good enough?
Thank you.
Okay. I do have a question on that because I'm not sure. Who oversees the priority ambulance building?
It belongs to the county, from my understanding.
Who over, Mr. Mayor, could I ask you to maybe address that? Who?
I believe the sheriff's department, or the sheriff, he's charged with building maintenance for all county
Okay.
structures.
Okay. So we don't have a representative here from the sheriff's department tonight that could answer, has there been any, do you have a specific issue with the building?
I would rather discuss it in
in-
the public safety
okay.
meeting.
So maybe we could ask for the sheriff to be at the public safety meeting so he could answer our questions. Would that be okay?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Any other commissioners?
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir. Mr. Campbell.
Since it's so close to the Christmas holiday, let everybody know that the Board of Zoning Appeals and Planning Commission that normally meets on the fourth Tuesday of every month, due to the holiday, there'll be no meetings
Okay.
next week, this month.
They did have a workshop, I understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Thank you, guys. Any more commissioners that would like to? Thank you. In the matter of a report from the Cocke County Partnership, Mr. Brady, welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, members of the CLB, and thank you for your service as always. Just a couple notes, and I'll be brief because I know the holidays are upon us. We recently held our Christmas parade, and I want to thank all of you who participated and all of you who supplied services, the Sheriff's Department, Newport City Police Department. I want to thank them. Also, I'll just say that our Chamber of Commerce has done a great job this year with several of our events, including the Business Luncheon for Ladies, the Newport Street Festival, our biggest event in years, highest turnout we've had, and another great turnout for the Christmas parade this year. So I just want to thank everyone for that. On the report I've got a couple updates since the written report I provided to you. Today, we had a meeting with the U.S. Forest Service in regards to the Housetop Bike Trail. As you know, a special use permit had to be resubmitted, so we have done that, and today we met with engineers and their environmental team. Had a good meeting on that, and so we should have an answer from the U.S. Forest Service in January. Also, the Tennessee Department of Tourism invited several of us to attend and visit the bike trails in Bentonville, Arkansas, and I was able to go along with that with the Tennessee Department of Tourism. It was very informative, and we have come back with some great ideas for us with regards to that. If anyone doesn't have any questions on the Housetop Bike Trail, I'll move over to the Smoky Mountain Innovation Park. This is the industrial park that you own. Hopefully you've noticed a lot of construction and a lot of grading that's going on out there. It's been cleaned up considerably. Our last pad is practically finished. The contract ends on December 31st. And so we're making some final adjustments on erosion controls and things like that. And that's going to be closed out under the TVA Invest Prep grant. Now, we have received funding, and I do want to give kudos to our state officials. Representative Faison and State Senator Steve Sutherland was able to secure some funds, so I do want to give credit to our state officials for getting us funds. So with those funds, we have contracted out with 2 engineering firms, and so what we've got going on is we've got the $2 million sewer project that's under the county's wing under their funding, and then we have the remaining utilities to be installed underneath the Rural Economic Opportunity Fund. So that means we're going to be putting in street lights, 3-phase power to every pad, water lines, broadband and telecom, and landscaping. So all of that's scheduled to go on between January 1, and hopefully we can get that done late April or May. And then that industrial park is going to be online and ready to run. So we are continuing to market it right now, but there is certain companies out there in the universe that say, you know, we don't want to even look at something until you have all the utilities installed. But we are marketing that right now. Now, paving is going to be pushed back just a little bit, because what happens is, as soon as you get something in there, in construction, it's all going to get torn up anyway. So we're going to put a hold on that, but we do have a grant in with TDOT to finish up the paving. So that's where we are on the sewer extension projects. A couple other things, we do have a grant for beautification and wayfinding in the Hartford community, and we have a firm coming in Wednesday. They're going to address our industrial board, and then I've scheduled a site visit with them out to Hartford, and so that they can take a look at that. We also have a grant that we have secured, and we have selected a marketing firm to produce marketing materials for us at no cost to the partnership or the county in any shape, form, or fashion. That's the report I have. We have contacted a couple of retailers for some potential economic development there, but haven't heard anything back on that. So I'll be glad to answer any questions if you have any, but otherwise, I wish you and your families a very Merry Christmas and a healthy and a happy New Year.
Any questions for Mr. Brady?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next, in the matter of a report from Priority Ambulance Service, do we have representatives from Priority, please? Welcome. Welcome.
Good
Good evening. Thank you all for allowing us to address you with our report tonight. My name is Rob Ware, and I've met a lot of you. I'm the Vice President of Operations. I oversee all our East Tennessee operations. I spend a lot of time here in Cocke County. All of you know Lindsay. And this is Diane Underwood. She's from our corporate office. She oversees our compliance and our nursing. She is our Chief Nursing Officer. I just wanted to address you before Lindsay goes through the bullet points in the report she brought. We wanted to address some pretty serious accusations that have been made on social media. And this has occurred in the last week or so, and it's occurred by 2 employees that were working for our company. Both of those employees were on duty here, were scheduled to serve the citizens of Cocke County. As one of them came into the building, the part-time paramedic, he decided that he would leave his shift and abandon the operation, is what happened. And there were numerous reasons that he cited that were all things that we were sort of surprised at, to be honest, and didn't seem to warrant what happened. His wife was working in our dispatch center as the only person there, answering the phones for your 911 center. She also abandoned the building, and as a result, she abandoned the citizens of Cocke County. We reacted to that immediately. Lindsay notified me of what happened. She was trying to get to the building. Fortunately, we had an employee on duty that was cross-trained. She had worked in dispatch before, and she was cross-trained. Lindsay immediately sent her to the dispatch center, and we verified that we did not miss any calls during that time. We dispatched resources from Knoxville to assist, but by the time they got about halfway here, Lindsay already had everything solved. We didn't lose any calls or have any issues from this result of them abandoning the operation. Since that time, they have basically accused us of having everything from poor equipment to poor vehicles to a terrible station that we won't go into right now, Commissioner, if we're going to do that at the meeting. But one of the things that was bothersome to me was the bed bug infestation that we were allowing to go on. This had happened back in April. And when they found bed bugs in the building, which did happen, we immediately brought in equipment. We brought that room to a real high temperature, which is the thing that you can do immediately. And we notified the local pest service here, and we spent some money there getting them to come in. But I can't remember if I contacted the mayor or the sheriff. Lindsay and I talked with them and got permission to tear out the beds that had been built into this building for decades. We tore them out. Several of us worked together to get that done. I personally came on site. I hauled a bunch of the stuff to the dump myself, and we got rid of the decade-old beds that were built into the building. We brought in brand new beds, frames, mattresses, box springs, and put them in the rooms. And as a result of that, we had another accusation, I think in August, where we were supposed to have bed bugs again, but no one could find that. And we brought the pest company in again to spray or whatever it is that they do. We were doing a Thanksgiving dinner for our staff here, and there was allegedly a bug went across the room that someone stomped and said it was a roach. Lindsay immediately sprayed the building with some stuff that we got at Lowe's. We notified the pest service, and I think they came on Monday and sprayed our building. We reacted to that. Our equipment here, we don't have issues. There were allegedly issues with our monitors. Lindsay got our bio company to come in and service them. We do that regularly anyway. They found no issues with the monitors that we had on your ambulances. We put new vehicles here regularly. We've got a really good fleet here. We don't see that we have any kind of issue here. We do have issues with the building being old. It's not a Taj Mahal. It is not the city of Galtenberg's fire department. It's not the city of Alcoa's fire department. but it's an older building that does us well. We don't have the money of God here, and it does what we need it to do. With the county recently, you all may have had to have approved it. The county recently put us in a new air conditioning system. I think that was a year or so ago. And as far as mold in the units, I personally went through it with a couple of people. We can't find mold. One of the grates was old and rusted. We pulled it off and painted it. I've done that a couple of weeks or so ago. And we feel like the building is older. Like most old buildings, it's going to have problems. But it does us a good job. It does what we need. We've had an excellent relationship with the county. Our relationship with the hospital is good. We routinely bring resources from Knoxville here to assist. We try to do as many transfers out of the hospital as possible to keep their 911 ambulances here. We do that regularly. I've been all over the state. I've been appointed by 2 different governors to oversee ambulance services in this state and set regulations. I've monitored huge companies, huge metropolitan areas, and I've monitored stations much smaller than Cocke County. But I can tell you, I'm proud of what we do here. If y'all got individual questions, we can answer them. But I'm going to punt to Lindsay and let her go over these things.
Yeah, I passed out a folder to all of y'all with some information. This is typically not how we do business, but because of the things that were brought to light on social media, we were forced to address a few issues. The first issue was that these 2 employees did walk off in the middle of their shift and abandon their job. I was coming back from an overnight stay in Nashville, so I was in Mount Juliet, which is a pretty good piece from here, to just jump right in and dispatch. So they were left an ambulance unattended and dispatch center, which, like you said, fortunately, we did have a dispatcher that could pick right up. The second note you'll notice, we did receive a complaint from TOSHA, which is the Tennessee part that OSHA oversees our regulations. And as soon as we got that complaint, it was addressed. You'll also see the response from Priority to TOSHA. Then last week we got a response from TOSHA saying that these things were unfounded and the case was closed. That letter is also included. The next thing you'll see is an invoice from Biomed where they inspected our monitors. They do come annually, but an issue was brought to our attention, so they came an extra time in 2025. And that is the most recent invoice that you all can see. The fourth thing is the state regulations for our ambulances. And all of our ambulances are stocked to meet these standards and exceed them. We get inspected once a year, randomly, surprisingly, and sometimes we ask them to come to permit new ambulances. And when they come, they look at all of our ambulances. And we've always passed all of that. The next thing is our staffing. We are audited yearly by the state. We have to show proof of training, license renewal, all of those things. We have always passed that audit, and everything meets the EMS requirements in the state of Tennessee. Next, you'll see receipts from Rocky Top Pest Control, which included one major treatment where they came 3 different times. Also receipts where we purchased the new furniture and recliners at that time. The last thing is a receipt for radios which were newly purchased. They were actually delivered today. We are working to get them programmed to put 2 on every ambulance. The ones we've had in the past have just been lost or damaged, and we do have a few of those left, but these will be replacements and spares.
One thing I'd like to add on our staffing, we do struggle with staffing like anywhere, and it's a national issue right now in EMS. We're currently paying $20,000 sign-on bonuses for paramedics to commit to 2 years to Cocke County. We've had people take us up on that. We have paid rent. We have leased 2 corporate houses up here that we have provided rent for an entire year for staff that we brought in. We've done recruiting bonuses. We, at one time, were struggling, missing 1 person, and we hired an outside staffing agency. You can imagine what we had to pay for that, like traveling nurses. And we brought them in here 60 days? 90 days. For 90 days until we could get someone hired. Our goal is to be 100% full staff, and I think we were until they walked out. So, and we've already replaced that dispatcher, a part-time one that just came on full-time because she started.
She starts tonight.
Right, okay. So we do everything we can to recruit people here, and you probably don't have a lot of businesses that'll put $20,000 into a signing office. But that's what it takes nowadays to get paramedics to move to a rural area. And I love it up here. I'm from a smaller town than here, so I love this town.
Any questions? Mr. Smith?
I just want to say, sir, that I have noticed, overall, I have had less complaints since you guys took over the ambulance service than we have in 20 years, as far as ambulance service goes. Unfortunately, a lot of people get their news from social media, and they take it as fact, when that don't always line up with the facts. But I appreciate the steps that you guys have taken. I appreciate what you have done. Our priority is for the safety of the people of this county, and I just want to thank you guys for what you're doing.
I agree.
Our goal is that you never think about us.
Any more questions, please?
Until we move here.
Would you care to address one thing for me, please?
Sure, yes.
Social media mentioned a call at the Cosby School of a small child that fell, hit their head or broke an arm or something. I'm not sure, I wasn't there. Could you please address that, please?
We just also be careful because it hit.
Yeah, we won't be able to say.
But there is, go ahead. You
So
explain
we
it.
are aware of the call, and we were not at level 0. We did have an ambulance available. I do have audio. I don't think that we can play it though. However, a particular paramedic that works for a different agency called into our dispatch center requesting to respond to this call, and our ambulance not go. So we did have an ambulance sitting there. They requested to respond, which did give a lengthy response, 30 minutes, I think, although we did have an ambulance ready to respond.
So you did have an ambulance?
We sure did.
So-
And it's, like I said, we gotta be careful
Okay.
with patient
I fully
information.
understand, and I'm not asking that. Thank you. Any more questions? And I'd like to say thank you all for your,
I have a question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why would you not have responded to that?
She was getting ready to dispatch them when this paramedic said it needs a paramedic, and it was a BLS truck, which was our 4th day truck. Our other 3 trucks were already on 911 calls. I don't remember the complaints off the top of my head, but they were getting ready to send the day truck, which was an available unit, which was compiled of 2 EMTs, and a paramedic requested that a paramedic attend to a back pain
And he was on the other ambulance. It was another county.
out of county.
And he felt they could get there, and we kept our BLS ambulance here, and it's good we did. It was one of the things, everything hit at once. 3 ambulances were already, the 3 paramedic ambulances were already on emergency calls. We had a BLS ambulance on, which is our day truck, and our contract, we do. A lot of times it is ALS. That day it was 2 EMTs on it. In all honesty, the degree of injury there, they could have handled just fine. But we were asked, the paramedic on that ambulance had a child there involved with this problem. So he requested that they respond to that scene, and we have the recording of that, and asked us not to do it. The dispatcher made the decision to let them go ahead and go. We can second guess that all day long, but that's what happened. We had an ambulance request.
thank you.
So you all are required to get inspected every year, all your equipment,
Oh, yes.
everything.
Yes,
And
our
they're kind of
training-
random too.
Yeah,
so.
sorry, our training is, our ambulances, our equipment, our training, each personnel, we have to show training
All
proof,
your
driver's
staff,
license.
all your staff
Yes.
training. and-
Our truck inspections, that they check off our ambulances daily, he pulls those and looks at those during our yearly audit, it's once a year. And we don't know when that is coming. Sometimes it's in January, sometimes it's in April. I think mine last year was like in May, but we don't know when it's coming.
And we have to pay a reinspection fee if you fail that inspection, and they're 100% in pass rate. For the last several years, they've not had to pay for a reinspection, as far as I know, since we've been here. And that's one of the things, if we have to pay for a reinspection, I have to be notified, because then I start my own investigation as to why did we fail a truck inspection. So that has not happened since Charlie's been in this county.
The worst thing I remember them ever finding here was one of the back seats were torn. We brought a mechanic up here, replaced the tire, there was a little tiny rip on the seat.
And it's
These
still
are
a fail
ins-
inspection, it's still passing.
It still passed the inspection, they don't fail for something that trivial. But these are inspectors from the Department of Health. they're not our people. And again, we never know when they're coming. Now, they have a time where they will announce it, like when we put a new ambulance on the road, we work that out with them when they come. But they just show up at random and say, we want to inspect trucks.
They can actually show up at the ER. They can show up in Knoxville. They can show up anywhere that we are beside the patient's house, so we don't have to be at the station. They can randomly show up anywhere and say, I want to look at your ambulance. So they keep them ready around the clock.
Thank you for what you do.
Thank you. Rob, may I ask the young lady's name besides you?
Oh, I'm sorry, Diane Underwood.
Diane, what is your
And
job
she's
title,
as country as cornbread, so she
What is your job title,
I'm the
Diane?
chief nursing officer and chief compliance officer.
Okay, with Priority Ambulance.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
She works out of our corporate office. She covers the whole country.
Any more questions? Thank you again for what you do. Merry Christmas and
Merry
Happy New
Christmas to
Year.
you, Mr. Francis. Thank you all. Thank you for
Thank
allowing
you,
us to
thank you.
serve.
In the matter of a report from Cocke County Beautiful, Keep Cocke County Beautiful, do we have a representative? In the matter of a report from Cocke County Corrections Partnership Committee, do we have a representative?
Nothing to report at this time, hopefully
Okay.
next month.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Mayor, are we gonna have a meeting of the County Corrections Partnership for next month, or?
We're waiting on some word on some things, yeah, we'll have one, I'm hoping to have one next month. I don't know if it'll be before or after CLB, it all depends on when we hear some of the results, like, for example, from our trip, that we took, last week. Once we get something to report, we'll go ahead and, schedule that meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Any more questions? Okay, we'll fall right into the new business. In the matter of consideration of adopting a resolution approving the program, policies, and procedures for the 2025 Cocke County Home Rehabilitation Program. Copy enclosed. Mr. Mathis.
Yes, this is a standard contract for the home grants for folks to rebuild their homes, repair their homes. This is from the state. They just require us to approve it.
Okay. So we have a motion to approve, Ms. Glazer and Mr. Smith. Do we need a roll call on that since okay, we do a roll call, just.
Andy Ford,
Yes.
Bill Miller,
Yes.
Caleb Blazer,
Yes.
Jason McMahon, Norman Smith,
Yes.
Tracy Stepp, Jonathan Templin,
Yes.
Karen Chambers,
Yes.
Dan Bright,
Yes.
Wilma Ball,
Yes.
Rick Vassar,
Yes.
David Verdahl, Tim Lehman, Billy Hudson.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. 12-2.
Okay, we have, that motion passed. We have miscellaneous, anything, anywhere?
Just wish everybody Merry Christmas. Appreciate everybody serving on the board.
Yes. Mr. Wagner, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I hope that your families find lots of joy during this time of year. With that, do I have a motion to adjourn? Mr. Smith, Mr. Hudson, all in favor say aye. Aye.